hè? Dit is een standaard.
Guys, I hope you're still with us. We do apologize for all the technical difficulties. As you can see, we're still with the Nkuhumas, and you've been watching these little cubs rough and tumble and play for the last little while. Remember, this is a live African safari, and you can ask us questions about what these little guys are up to by using the hashtag SafariLIVE on Twitter, or use the email address questions@wildearth.tv. So no blade of grass or pile of elephant dung is safe with these little terrors around. Mom is the ideal jungle gym. And of course, if your sibling has a toy, you want to take it for yourself. Oh, tail, tail. Oh, my own piece of elephant dung? No. My sibling's bush? Yes. Now we arrived here at about the perfect time as they finished suckling. So they decided it was playtime, and they've literally been playing incessantly since before 3 o'clock today, or 3 p.m. Central African time. Oh, got my piece of elephant dung. You almost don't need words for this. It sort of speaks for itself. Wonderful to spend time with these little guys. Oh, back on top of Mom. I'm sure Mom appreciates elephant dung in the schnoz. Now all these little games are honing their skills for when they're older. Oh, I could hear that on Mom's tummy. Dum. Look at that, aren't they just too cute? Now, John Boy is wondering, is the next junior here somewhere? It's possible. It's still very difficult to sex them at this age. We'll have to wait and see, I think, John Boy. But there's a strong possibility that there could be a male amongst these little guys. Look at that, all on top of Mom. Mom's probably the most tolerant of all these rough housing. Look at that, they are really, really loving those elephant dung balls. That is about the fourth one that's being completely dismantled. And I almost don't know what to say. It's just sit back and enjoy these little horrors. Look at that, all three piled on top. Let's see how long it takes Mom to get up and move. Oh, bite Mom's ear, throw elephant dung on her. Oh, what has Mom spotted? Quite often you see lions look up like that. They can sometimes spot vultures, but I didn't see what it was. What'd you see? Can't see what she's saying. Ah, there we go. That's what Mom spotted. We can't get there, but there is a Battalier eagle flying over. But look at that. Just, there we go, having a break on Mom's tummy. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now there are some other, there we go. That was not a Battalier, Jean-Ray.
No, there was a Battalier as well. That's a vulture.
Yes, well done, Jean-Ray. That was a vulture. Sorry, just going to be on the game drive radio for a second. And you just come straight in behind me. So we are incredibly lucky to be able to spend the amount of time we do with these little creatures and, of course, all the other creatures out here. But there is something quite special about little lion cubs, especially when they're being as playful as these three. All you can do is giggle. Oh, going for the killer throat hold. Now, you can see that grip for the throat is an instinctive grip. It's not something that's taught. And you can see it's getting a bit, not too serious, but this is still play, but a lot of that behavior is very, very instinctive. Look at this. Is this just special to sit here? Oh, just they haven't stopped. Mom's not going to get a 20 hours of lion cat nap today. A cat in Tampa says now she understands why moms leave their little cubs in a den. It's to get away from them for a while. As you can see, they are hard work. Oh, she looks like those weary eyes. I'm just going to close my eyes and pretend they're not there. Okay, so hasn't this been spectacular? Let's jump across to Jamie so she can say hello quickly, and we'll be right back here.
Good afternoon and welcome on our sunset safari. Really quickly, because I don't want to take you away from these cubs for too long. We are in Arathusa, and if we stop and have a quick look, I've followed the GPS coordinates to where Sindile, the leopard with the collar, last was, and here are his tracks. Still quite small, almost female size, but not quite, going in this direction. So we're going to follow up on those tracks straight away, but before Brent has to leave, let's send you back across to those adorable lion cubs. I forgot to introduce myself.
There we go. It looks like they're settling down to suckle now after all that playing. Always a bit of competition, even though mom's got more than enough nipples. Like any good sibling, you always want the one your brother or sister has. Now, we're going to have to move on shortly. We have been here for a long time, and there are quite a lot of other vehicles who would like to get here before it's dark. Duncan. Duncan, if you'd like to come down to the sighting, just let me know and I'll make space for you. It's very nice. Cubs are playing and sucking. Copy. Okay, guys. Here we go. They've calmed down a little bit. They're going to suckle. What we're going to do is we're going to give the other guys a chance to get in here. If there's enough time before sunset, we'll try come back, but I can't promise. But let's go see what else we can find here in the Sabi Sands Game Reserve on this glorious sunset safari. Bye-bye, little ones. So, the rest of the tide trying to sleep nicely away from the the terrors. They didn't escape completely, but definitely getting less trouble than Mom. So let's move on and see what else we can find. The elephants changed their mind, and we've just got behind the lions, and the Ellies haven't spotted them. I'm sure they might be able to smell them. Whether the elephants decide to come chase the lions, well, it could be quite interesting. They might just move off, but all the lions suddenly ears were up. They're trying not to move too much. Now, I have seen lion cubs chased by elephants before. It is one of the funniest things I've seen out in the bush, because even a small elephant is quite big for a lion. So it looked like they were actually going to go the opposite direction, and then they actually popped up right next to us. Oh, we can hear them. The cubs are enthralled. They cannot take their eyes off the elephants. Look at that. There the Ellies. There's Half Trunk. And even though she's moved away now, the wind might change. Oh, or a lion might sneeze. No, it looks like they're going to move away from the lions. Shame. The cubs absolutely nearly jumped out of their skins when the other lioness sneezed. They were so intently watching the elephants that they just got a big, big fright when the other lioness sneezed. Now, here's a hard-working mom. And the Ellies are going to move off. Now you see how the cubs are a little bit closer to mom now. Not so adventurous. Still watching the Ellies. The Ellies have stopped up there and are having a dust bath. Just hear their low rumbles coming through. If there's two, but as soon as you get close, I'll make space for you. Copy, just let us know when you get to the turn off the Buffelshoek Dam. Look at that. All the excitement of having elephants close by is over. It's time for a little snooze on a log. Now, those cubs are not being, well, they are being very cute, but not being as active. Just want to have a look. Oh, big yawn there. Up to my right in the tree next to us. There we go. Up here, we've got 3 hooded vultures. We did see one drinking not too long ago. And what they are doing here is they might have seen the lions, thought there's a kill, but being the smallest of the vulture species and with the weakest beak, and you can see there it's not a very prominent beak. Now, what they'll do is when the lions move on, they'll come down and eat their dung. So there's obviously quite a lot of congealed blood and other things in there. So they will eat their dung once the lions move off. I actually saw them on the ground as we drove in, so I think they might have already started eating their dung. But I'm sure there'll be lots of dung for them. Now, I heard from Aubrey that he found where these lions had actually killed a buffalo, and that's why all the fat bellies are there. Oh, Chandra, you've got dust on your lens. No, I'm joking. Chandra is a perfectionist, so we do like to tease him from time to time. I can hear a very cool little bird. I'll wait for it to get a bit closer, but it's right in the sun. And up to the right of that little bush. I don't know if you see that little movement there, Chandra. There, oh. He's right at the back corner. Now, let's see if you can recognize. Oh, I think that might be a bit difficult. That is even a tough one for the serious birders out there. Or maybe you recognize the call. No, he's out. He's popped out into the open. Sorry, John Ray, to do this to you. He's just moved out into the open now. Oh, and he flew away. Yeah, sorry. It was a little crombeck. But now the cubs have started watching John Ray while he was moving around trying to have a look at the little crombeck in the bush next to us. And it looks like it's playtime round 2 about to start. Copy F. Herbie is making space for you, so just make your way straight in. It's an incredible thing about little animals. They are a lot more active than adult versions. There we go. Herbie is being stalked as he leaves. Now, could that possibly be a little boy just based on his behavior? Is this a junior version too? Oh. And Herbie's leaving. You can just see Herbie's car disappear there. And he's moved away from the others to watch the car. He's still going to go watch. Now, the funniest thing, and lions in particular, lion cubs in particular, have a fascination with car wheels. Oh, we're going to stalk sibling. Is it sibling stalk time? Are we going to charge down the hill at sibling, who is lying in ambush at the bottom? Oh, look at those shoulders. Stalk mode is happening. No, don't get distracted. Oh, there we go. Boom, pounce. Take them to the ground. So you see a lot of that hunting behavior is instinctive. They know it from tiny, tiny creatures. And it's not something that needs to be taught. Arr, arr. So those birds we showed you earlier are vultures. So the hooded vulture in particular is 99.99% a scavenger. And Marianne in Arkansas was worried that they might be big enough to swoop down and grab a cub. They might be big enough. I don't think they'd be strong enough to lift a cub, and they'd get mom attached to them very quickly. So I think they are 100% safe from the hooded vultures. Their feces, however, isn't, and which is what these vultures are waiting for, is the lion feces. Copy, thanks, Herbie. Oh, elephant scream in the distance. Oh, let's go annoy an aunt. Oh no, we're going to have a rest. Two are continuing the tussle. See, there we go, the instinctive throat grip. Oh dear. Oh. We've got a downwind of lions that have decomposing buffalo in their bellies. What comes out the other end, oof, is quite vile. There we go. A car comes, and watch. Oh no, too busy to look at the spinning tires. Now, that's a lion cub's favorite thing. They can't help it. You often will see their heads go round and round and round as they watch the tires go by. Ow! Listen to the noises they're making. Of course, now they stop making those noises. Guys, it is some of the cutest noises you'll ever hear, so I'm just going to keep quiet for a while. Poor tired mom. I just want to sleep, guys. I need my 20 hours a day. Oh, Mom, here they come. Oh. Now, Curious One says, after watching these cubs play, she now understands why they have such tattered ears. And we thought it was the biting flies. Well, they normally don't rip each other's ears too much. A lot of the scarring on the back of a lion's ear, and not on the edges, is still from the biting flies. And, oh, no, decided that, oh, I'm thirsty after all. Now, of course, if one has a drink, there's always another who believes it's just as deserving. Let me just go back a tiny bit so we can see a bit more. I just want to get us into a spot where we can see the suckling. I'm not sure how long it's going to last for. And playtime might take over again. Oh, itchy chin. There we go. See how their ears are flat, as if they were fighting over a kill. Just because there's another little lion cub near them. Oh, now there's going to be pandemonium. See, ears flat, that's a sign of aggression. Oh, biting mom. Mom is trying to make space for all three of them. Soft growling from them. Look at that. Their ears are still flat, as if they were competing around a kill. So Justin's wondering, at what age are we going to start being able to tell the difference between the girls and the boys? Now, probably at about 2 to 3 months, the males should start getting a bit bigger. Oh dear, Jean-André, we're in danger here. And it's not from the lions. It's from bombs from above. Grey go-away birds in the Tambusi tree. Now, grey go-away birds have a particularly active digestive system. and we are sitting right underneath their flight path towards the dam. So, fortunately, it seems to be more on Jeanre's side, but they're feeding over there. There was one that took off that was feeding literally just above us. There they are. And when I say they have a very active digestive system, I'm not lying. So in Johannesburg, there's a lot of exotic fruit trees and other exotic trees. And people park their cars underneath them. And the grey go-away bird's feces actually starts eating the paint off the cars. So I'd rather it fall on Jeanre than me, of course. And Jeanre agrees. He'll help with his hair gel. Let's look at the cubs. They're still suckling. Hi, Valerie. Valerie's in Pennsylvania. Valerie would like to know if the lion started roaring. Do I think the cubs would try and join in? I'd say not yet, Valerie. I think they're still a bit too young. Maybe in a month or 2 or 3, actually. Thirsty little guys. It's all that playing. And they got buffalo meat and milk. Little gluttons. And of course, all lions given the opportunity to will be gluttons. It's the lion way to gorge oneself as much as one can when it is available. Even for these little guys, you remember, the female might leave them in a thicket, in a den site for a while, and so they'll eat or drink as much as they possibly can while they do have the opportunity. It starts getting funnier and funnier as they get older, as their teeth get sharper, and you can see the obvious discomfort it causes the females. Little ears twitching while suckling. Very, very peaceful scene here, just to the east of Buffelshoek Dam in the drainage line of the Nkuhumas cub and mum. They might move a bit tonight, maybe not too far with those full bellies. So we're going to sit here. I don't think too much more is going to happen, and we're going to have to leave quite soon as the sun is starting to set. So while we do that, let's go back to Jamie.